Hello everybody, Smiling June here, and welcome to a game called How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. Alright, let's get in here. You are Nigel Wimble, hard-hitting BBTV documentary film. You are at 23 Mulberry Close to finish filming for the documentary or whatever. How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. You have come to talk with Harold, a 43-year-old man who has been grounded in his bedroom for over 30 years. Since his mother, Margaret, doesn't want you here, you only have enough time to film the 3 objects. Carefully choose 3 items of interest from Harold's room that he helps cope with boredom and loneliness. Every item tells a story, but not every story is relevant or good. Confirm your selection by interacting with the door, then watch the documentary unfold, good or bad. Your show will be rated at the end. Enjoy! Alright, so I recently, I just watched a little bit of what Jacksepticeye did, so I'm going to pick the same first 3 objects, because I know what those 3 objects do and everything. So, which one do I pick? Yes, this is hard-hitting stuff. Alright, so I got the guitar, and then then he chose this one. This will make a great interview, and we'll do the aquarium. Alright, yes, this is hard-hitting stuff. Yes, it is. Very, very hard-hitting stuff. Okay, so let's finish the interview. Alright, now we just sit back and enjoy. Alright, so I definitely need an explanation on this, because what I did the whole time is the whole entire time for this part and a while after it with the choosing and everything and the story mode, you couldn't actually hear the audio, so we're actually skipping ahead to where I actually turned up the audio so you can actually hear it. So you're actually missing out on quite a bit and everything. If you want, you can go to Jacksepticeye's link and watch the video gameplay and everything, and you should get everything that you need out of that. But otherwise, you can enjoy my video for a little bit longer and see how I play it out, because the rest of it should be pretty easy to hear and understandable. I moved my camera and picture over so you can see the subtitles. I'm sorry about that too, I'm not the best. Okay. Alright, so we have the 10 out of 10 for I use my telescope the exact same way. Amazing show, Nigel. That's 10 out of 10. Great, yet another depressing show on TV. I love them. 8 out of 10. TV time. The filmmaker asks the prisoner about a clock while I'm looking at mine. 4/10. 4 out of 10. Snark online. Alright. One more time. Well, I don't know how many are left. We're gonna probably do 2 or 3 more times. 2 or 3. Okay. Alright, so we have chosen the rabbit, telescope, blah, 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 and all that. So we have papers, TV, B poster, and the bed left. So, let's see. No, let's combine the TV with the bed. I don't know if that has any difference if you're combining certain things, but let's also choose the papers. So we'll save the B poster for last. Alright? Be awesome if we could like have more, but it sucks. Oh, so we got 2 10 out of 10s. We have the guitar, the telescope, and one more maybe, but otherwise the 8 out of 10 for the truck. That's probably maybe the next best thing. Alright, let's finish the interview. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the upcoming documentary.
Tonight at 9 on BBTV, we have the final part of Nigel Wimble's hard-hitting docu-series, How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. In tonight's episode, Nigel looks at a special case where a man has been grounded to his bedroom for over 33 years. Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble.
Hello, I'm Smiling Junior.
Well, Harold always has been a naughty boy. He was quite out of hand, you know. I've only got one nice picture of him, and even that he's pissing on the cat. In the end, I sent him to his bedroom, and the bad behaviour seemed to stop. So I've kept him up there permanently.
I had a look around Harold's room to see what he uses to cope with the boredom and loneliness from 33 years of isolation. For the isolated idiot, watching television is an escapism we all take for granted.
My mother treated me to a modern television last year. She says if I'm good this year, she will give me the plug for an extra 10 minutes.
Wow.
But you haven't been good, have you, Harold? Tell the man about the carrot you stuck up your nose.
What?
I told you not to smuggle food in here for Kevin.
Harold still has the plastic racing car Betty had as a child. You can imagine Harold dreaming of driving away from this isolated reality.
Well, I always had a passion for racing as a child, and I suppose that passion never left me. So it's nice to keep hold of the bed, really. I mean, it doesn't happen very often nowadays, but I'll sometimes sit there and pretend I'm Jensen Button for, well, hours at a time, really.
Well, that's a really nice story. Thank you, Harold. Thank you for sharing that.
I spied a screenplay Harold had been working on. With Hollywood full of deranged idiots, maybe Harold hopes there's room for one more. He decided to read me some lines.
She ran her slightly damp tentacle across his cheek as he gazed longingly into her compound eyes. I don't care that you tried to bite my head off during coitus. I love you, Sheila.
Okay.
Run away to Planet Vargon with me, please. I love you too, Brad, but my father...
Let me talk to him. He'll understand. Now come here and kiss me.
Sheila passionately kisses
Well,
Brad with her full
This
mouth.
is some
Brad slowly strokes her.
awkward fanfiction tentacle porn.
That will do now, Harold. You're a bloody pervert.
Oh my god.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. But until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with
Alright.
boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as I investigate cows and why so many stomachs. 9 p.m. Wednesday night on BBTV.
Alright, so we got another 8 out of 10 here. The screenplay sounded hot. When's part 2 coming? Really? Sci-fi and so what? Why? 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 Why is that 10 out of 10? Please, don't. Just, it's okay. We get it. You have some weird fetishes. But that was definitely not worth the 10 out of 10 rating. Alright, we have one more thing to do. We have the B posters. So what we have for 10 out of 10, we got a papers for 10 out of 10, guitar for 10 out of 10, and telescope for 10 out of 10. Which I don't understand why that would, well, I suppose it would, nice World War II story. Okay, so we have 3 10 out of 10, so this is, I don't know what this will be under, but we're going to choose that one. Let's see if things have a difference if you choose them in different categories. Alright, just put rabbit last. Okay. Now, if it's not different or anything, I'll just skip to the B part and then we'll pick the best combination, but...
I notice a poster for an old children's movie. For some, movies are an escape from reality. For Harold, his reality is like a movie. a terrible movie.
I do love getting lost in a good movie, but I think Boris the Special Bee was the last time I did get lost in a movie. I remember it like yesterday. It was the last time Mother rewarded me for good behaviour. Boris used to say, "Oh, behave. Get it? Behave." It was awfully funny when Mother used to tell me to behave, and I'd retort, "Oh, behave, Mother." "Yes, you did, you cheeky little shit. Then Mother would put you over her knee, but you didn't tell the man that, did you?"
Okay, so what we have for the 3 best ones, we have the guitar. We're gonna pick that one. We have the telescope, the famed telly, and we have the papers. Okay, so let's see. These should be all 10 out of 10, so hopefully we get a great review at the end, and I don't know. I don't think there's a way of winning the game. It's just play it through and get there. Alright! So we got an excellent documentary rating. I guess that's all you get. Okay. So we have all of these, and yeah. So we did great. Absolutely magnificent. Alright, so that was How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment for any suggestions on video games that you want me to do, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode. Keep smiling, everybody. Psych! Ha! You probably thought that this video was over, but okay, so I just finished watching Jacksepticeye's video on this game that I just did. That, you know, the loneliness and blah blah blah. Yeah, you just watched the video, of course you know. But apparently, we actually did almost the exact same thing. So, as I said, after I did the first 3 choices, I chose those because that's what Jacksepticeye did, so I chose them to get them out of the way, and that's as far as I walked into the video. I didn't do anything else. But I do notice that he didn't do the B movie, that B poster and everything, but I did. I did it. For you. For you. Okay, so, this is the actual end of the movie, I suppose, but anyway, bye.